Here with head football coach Lonnie Pries. Coach, congratulations on last week's win. Talk a little bit about the team's performance, able to put it another 41 point performance on offense, and a good team win overall.
I don't know where Coach Priest is. This is Corky. Where's Coach Priest? I'll go try and get him. Oh. Sorry about that. To answer your question, sorry it was homecoming week last week. I just thought I'd carry it over to this week. It was a good week. We did score a good number of points again. I think as opposed to the week prior, which wasn't we scored 41, but it wasn't as close in the first half. The turnovers we had in the first half, the big plays we gave up. We kind of took a step back there that first half with some mistakes we made, and we give our guys some credit though. We really thought that they did a good job of they got rattled a little bit. Trinity capitalized on our turnovers, but the guys kind of stuck to the game plan. I was really proud of the coaching staff. There wasn't a lot of angst and worry. Just kind of, all right, let's figure out what's going on. Let's address it. Let's fix it. Let's stick to the game plan, and then obviously keep things going.
Good. One of the things that Coach Rody talked about in his post-game comments was how effective the line was establishing up front and being able to open that up for the run game and then eventually the passing game. Just talk about their consistency there and how that kind of affected the game, especially as it went on.
Yeah, the line did a good job, especially of getting to the right assignments. They've been doing a good job of that, and we were able to run the ball effectively, which obviously led to the passing game opening up. We will say this: we were not quite as happy with the pass protection. We obviously had a lot of passing yards, but Seth got hit way too many times. They had a lot of pressure. Trinity did a good job. And they were blitzing, but also their front line did a good job of beating some of our guys and getting to the quarterback. So that's something, especially with the teams we face this week and coming up, we gotta address that.
You mentioned the number of passing yards, numerous school records set in that game, specifically the performance of Roderick Daly and others. But talk a little bit about kind of the overall production of the offense last week and maybe some individual performances as well.
Yeah, with the passing game, Trinity was definitely working to prevent some things from happening to certain receivers from getting a big game, and Seth was able to have enough time to find Roderick. Obviously, Roderick Daly, who had a huge game, and so many of those yards were yards after the catch, where we got it to him in space, not way down the field, but right after the 7 to 10 yards down the field, and to kind of let him do the rest of the work. So it was neat for him to have that kind of a game, and that's something where he's not going to sneak up on anybody. They're going to be aware of him and definitely do things to take care of him in the future.
Moving forward now, week 5, University of St. Francis on the road, Illinois. Last year, 12-3, kind of a back and forth game. Just talk a little bit about maybe some adjustments taking place this week or points of emphasis leading into St. Francis.
Well, similar to St. Ambrose last year, where it was a close game and we had drives that we didn't finish. Obviously, offense didn't score at all against them last year, or didn't get in the end zone. We got to do a better job. We got to do a better job of finishing. We got to do a better job of executing. The turnover battle, we lost at 3-0 this past week. We cannot, there's no way we can have that happen this week. We got to start creating more turnovers and obviously take care of the ball. They got, in my opinion, one of the best defensive lines that we're going to face, if not the best. And we got to do a much better job pass protection. If we do that, if we give Seth time, and if we're able to run the ball effectively, I think we will be able to finish some drives. And our defense has been playing really well. I know Coach Schumacher definitely had an emphasis with having eye discipline, preventing big plays, that kind of thing. So if we fix we build on the mistakes or fix the mistakes from this past week to this week, we're going to have a good shot, to be in this game and hopefully get a victory.
You just mentioned some of the X's and O's that that will come into effect. Maybe talk a little bit about some of the off-field or travel. You guys have been well versed in travel so far. Another road trip, leaving tomorrow morning. Hopefully, talk about how the guys are prepared for that, and you'll be able to hopefully not allow that to affect performance.
Yeah, well, we do these walkthroughs on Friday mornings, and we have a few guys roll in a little bit, a few minutes late, so we're leaving a little bit earlier even tomorrow morning, and so we'll see how they are. I think most of them are completely dialed in. It was a pretty good practice. Guys are focused. This travel will not seem like that daunting compared to the travel that we've had already. So that's prepared us for that. We decided we started doing this last year to break up the trip, where we're going to leave early. Guys sleep anyways, and we're going to get up, eat breakfast. Really good sized breakfast. Around 8:30 or so, and then that rest of the trip, I'm sure a lot of the guys will stay awake at that point and kind of get them ready to go. So, we've looked at it. Some people are like, oh, you should do overnighters all the time, but we feel that in watching things, our guys play just as well if they wake up early and sleep on the bus, and that way they can sleep in their bed for the majority of the night. So we'll make do. It looks like it's rained like we've had all week, so it'll be exciting one way or the other.
Good. Well, good luck this week on the road at University of St. Francis in Illinois. Thanks for your time, Coach. Head Coach Lonnie Pries.
Thanks.